Hey, it's Brett from Graphic Policy Television. It's a new month. We've got a new Blindbox Comics package in my hand. Now, Blindbox Comics is one of the numerous services out there that delivers geeky goods to your doorstep. Well, the name pretty much says it all. It is comic books this time. So Blindbox is a little bit different than some of the other ones, and I like it. It's so far been a very, very solid service that I've enjoyed. And the way it differs itself is that there's basically three different types. There is a service where you get a bunch of comics each month that's hand-picked, not really themes or anything like that, it's just good comics that have recently come out. Then they have a variant. The variant sometimes have variants, it's kind of a cool thing, we'll go about that when we get to that. Or you can get a combo of the two. Well, it's me, so it's the combo of the two. So let's first open up the comics themselves and show off what's inside. Already I can see there is some awesome comics in here. Okay, first up, we've got the Revisionist from Aftershock Comics. Now, this is from Frank Barbieri. Frank Barbieri and artist Gary Brown and colorist Lauren Aff. How do I describe it? It's a crime time travel story. It's really cool. Aftershock Comics does some fantastic comics. If you haven't checked them out, Rough Rider, Strayer, Super Zero, Revisionist, the list can go on and on and on. I can't say enough about the company. They're really under the radar. You should check them out, and this is one of the series that you should check out. So this is basically how far would you go to save reality? Martin Monroe is the Revisionist, a time-traveling assassin tasked with repairing our fractured timeline. Forced to place his trust in his estranged father, Martin will overcome his troubled past to save the future, but can he live with his decisions? The first issue is very action-packed, kind of crazy, takes you on a nice wild ride. The second issue came out this week, so you get the bonus. If you can get this, maybe you can get your shop and get the second issue before they sell out. Really recommend it. I think it's entertaining, it's fun. If you like time travel stories, this kind of should be right up your alley. Next, we got Howard Chaykin's new series, Midnight of the Soul from Image Comics. It's 1950s, and Joel Breakstone, former GI and liberator of Auschwitz, is seriously damaged goods. He hasn't exhaled the sober breath in 5 years until the sheltered life he's created for himself unravels, and he begins the long night that will change his life forever. Read the first issue. Second issue, I think, came out last week. Haven't read that one yet, but this was actually a really good start. Howard Chaykin series for me tend to be hit or miss. This one was definitely, I think, a hit. I enjoyed it for the most part. It's basically a man broken type of story. Where it goes from there is going to be kind of the key as to whether or not the whole story is worthwhile. But this first issue was good enough that I want to go and check out the second. I just haven't had a chance yet. So if you kind of like that idea, war hero back and kind of broken, rebuilding his life, and things might spiral from there, this is one for you. It's kind of a slice of life comic in a weird way. Alright, next we've got Jade Street Protection Service, #1 from Black Mass Studios. Hot comic. It's the new series. It's Breakfast Club with Sailor Moon. Kai, Saba, Noemi, Divya, and Emma are bad students at the Daughter Academy, an elite private school for magical girls. When they all meet for the first time in totally unfair detention, these punk rock witch delinquents cut class and discover the fates Matt's daughter has in store for them are even more sinister than they suspected. With JSPS, the creative team writer of Katie Rex, Fabian Lillet is the penciler inker, color smart Jane Carpenter, series cover artist Annie Wu, and Kiki Jenkins, channel Blastmass. It's basically a somewhat all ages, 12 up series. It's Harry Potter, punk rock Harry Potter is kind of the best way to put it. Basically, it's a comic that should have been out a long time ago. Why it's taken this long for folks to have really done this combo blows my mind. It was a really solid debut. We don't agree on much on the site. I think we all like this. There might have been one person that wasn't a fan, but the rest of us were, as a site as a whole, were recommending it. Liked it. It's a good comic. Definitely check it out. I believe it's sold out, so if you're getting this, you are lucky. But if you don't have a copy, I highly recommend it. Next, we've got Cryptocracy, #1. So it's a new series. Van Jensen and art by Pete Woods. The series is really cool. So the cover kind of shows off what to expect inside, and that cool mystery organization controls the world sort of thing. It's from Dark Horse. Really like the first issue. It's about the 9 families that control the world is really the short of it. For time beyond memory, the 9 families watched from the shadows, believing themselves shepherds and manipulating whole societies as they saw fit. Nothing happened until they didn't observe, or nothing happened that they didn't observe and control. Outsiders knew not of the families, much less threaten them until now. So it's X-Files, it's Marvel's AIM, kind of mixed together. I thought it was very X-Files-ish in meets Illuminati sort of thing. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I don't think the second issue is out yet. Probably should be out this coming week in about the time frame, maybe next week. So definitely look for it. Van Jensen's a fantastic writer. Did Flash for a while. Has done a whole bunch of other comics that are well worth checking out. I dig it. This is fun. It's cool. I can't recommend it enough. And this is a good series that also flew under the radar. So this is really cool. Now this is one of the things that I really, really like about Blindbox Comics is that every so often they throw bonus things in that you're not expecting and don't know. Here, in this case, it is original sketches from either the artist or the writer. So they threw in both sketches from Van Jensen and Pete Woods. They contribute several original sketches to be randomly distributed to our subscribers. I lucked out and got one of them. It comes with a nice certificate of authenticity. In the past, they've done things like autographs in the comics, sketches on them. Really, really neat stuff. It's on top of the limited edition or the variant that comes with it. So even if you subscribe to just the main comics, you might luck out and get a sketch item as well. So the fact that I got one, really, really cool, because sketches are awesome. So this is an original sketch by Pete Woods, which is pretty neat. This is one I haven't read. It's one I definitely want to read because Eric Powell, I'm a fan of his. So this is from Albatross. It's an Appalachian fantasy epic that tells the story of Rondell, a lonely figure who wanders the hills among witches and magical creatures as folklore hero to those that dwell in this gritty dream world. Eric Powell does the Goon, enough said. If you're a fan of the Goon, you're going to want to pick up anything he does. The fact that I totally missed this is all on me, probably because I'm not on any press list for Albatross, so I need to get up on that. Eric Powell, absolutely amazing talent. Really recommend anything he does, and I'm sure I'm going to really dig this one. So overall, I'm a fan of that, bonus sketch. How can you not like that? Alright, we've got the Blindvariate. This one's Bebop and Rocksteady #1. It's Bebop and Rocksteady Destroy Everything #1 from IDW Publishing. Now, the variants are kind of cool in that they tend to do some interesting things. They're depending on the month or what specifically doing. Usually the variants have some variant themselves. Like there might be 3 different versions. One's has 1,000. There's another one that's 500. There's one 250. Maybe the 1,000 is the normal variant. The 500 could be the black and white variant, and maybe the 251 is the variant with no text on it. So that's just an example. That's not all the time. It varies from box to box, so pay attention when you sign up. Now this one, the revisiting 2 TMNT action figures by Robert Atkins to celebrate the debut of the solo title with fantastic toy renditions of Bebop and Rocksteady. Each cover is limited to 250 copies, so that's only 250 of these are out there, which is really, really neat. I mean, I'm a fan of exclusives. I'm a fan of variants and hard to get comics. So 250 copies is pretty limited. So this is, of course, we've got Rocksteady variants for the Bebop and Rocksteady. I loved these TMNT action figure variants. It's pretty cool stuff. They always look really good. They come, of course, bag and boarded in great condition, so you can't complain about that. Overall, I'm digging it. I like it. They said next month they're back with a second entry in the Blindbox Embossed Artist series, so that should be rather interesting. But check out what you get. I think it's like 30-something bucks. In this case, we got a whole bunch of comics. Comics that I've read other than Albatross, but they're all good comics that I would recommend, and I would imagine most of them probably flew under the radar and you didn't read them. So you luck out that way. Plus, I lucked out and got the original sketch. Plus, we got the variant cover. Blindbox Comics, I think it's where it's at. You get a great deal every single time. The comics are, so it's $3.50. I think these are like $4 a piece. So it's 12. It's 15. And, you know, there's close to $20 worth of comics here. That doesn't include the variant. It doesn't include the sketch. So you get some cool stuff. They're leaning a lot of indie comics that probably not a whole lot of people got, which is really, really cool. Overall, very, very happy with this bonus. So, you can go and get your own Blindbox Comics. There's a link underneath this video. We don't get anything for that. I actually pay for this out of my own pocket. So, that's how much I actually recommend this, is that I'm paying for it and I'm recommending this service and not getting anything in return. This is no bullshit. I like it. I like it a lot. So thanks so much. If you're watching this, you probably dig comic books, so you can check out our site, graphicpolicy.com. We've got all kinds of news, reviews, interviews, tons of stuff going on there. Comics, movies, TVs, games, toys. We pretty much cover it all. If it's geeky, we got it down. Of course, we got San Diego Comic-Con coming up, and we're going to have tons of coverage from there, so follow us there, and then also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, of course, all at Graphic Policy. We're going to have coverage from all those on all those channels as well. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Greatly appreciated. And until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky.